Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for Monday, July 30th, 2012. Our Geek Out, again, brought to you by GoToAssist from Citrix. You can take control of your IT world from one simple cloud-based platform. GoToAssist Proactive Alerting allows you to fix small issues before they become big problems. For a free 30-day trial, visit GoToAssist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. And you've got one more day to play Spin to Win. The link, of course, is in this video's description. Spin to win one of these. T-Mobile's new Samsung Galaxy S3. Not this one exactly. This one would be slightly used. I'm going to have to send it back. I'm going to miss you. You auto-complete me. Olympic athletes being banned from competition for insensitive tweets? Wow. I guess unsportsmanlike conduct has stretched over into the digital realm. This is social media, right? I mean, you're supposed to be social, not anti-social. And I think there's a fine line between smack-talking and just being downright unsportsperson-like. Because this could happen whether you were a male or a female. Some people posted some rather racy stuff to Twitter. And that's been fun for me to watch. You know, the things that are happening on Twitter, not the Olympics themselves. I'm not really paying attention to the Olympics. Although I did catch the beginning of the Olympics where Mr. Bean was part of the chariots. Did you see that segment? It was the best part of the Olympics. He should have won the gold for that. Then again, I've always been a fan of Mr. Bean. Let's try again. Mr. Bean. Is that Bean? The best Bean impression I have. Do you think it's right that these athletes are banned based on what they're saying online? BookBook for Apple iPad, deluxe cover at a fair price. So you want your iPad to look like it's a book? You can get a case to make it look like a book. And it really works. I mean, I thought that the first time I saw someone with a book cover for their iPad, I thought they were carrying a book. It looked kind of weird. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then they opened it up and it was an iPad. I'm like, oh, that makes a bit more sense. I mean, there's so many creative covers for your devices, no matter which device you choose to use. I'm kind of a plain and simple kind of guy. I don't want anything too exciting. Do not want to ever personally have anything that would make it look like it was something else. I'm just not a big fan of printed books in general. Hey, do you have a favorite iPad cover? Or even a Kindle cover? Or an Android tablet cover? Make the recommendation. And if you have a review of it, we'd love to share it with the rest of the Locker Gnome community. Drop me a line, chris@pirillo.com. World's only undersea laboratory may shut down amid funding concerns. You know, it's been said that our oceans are the true final frontier. Why would we be looking outside of our own universe to see what could be discovered? So much we do not know of what happens beneath the water. That was kind of like Yoda, was I channeling there. Did you even know that there was an undersea laboratory? Did you? Remote brainstorming modern solutions. So we've got a small team of people who put together content for your enjoyment every day on Locker Gnome, and of course we post those updates to Twitter and Google Plus and Facebook and blah blah, obviously YouTube as well. But sometimes we think through a problem and we use a chatting tool to collaborate back and forth. And we've tried a variety of other tools. I guess the bottom line is you want to trip towards a solution, but you want to definitely involve everybody in the process. Very rarely do I make a decision that impacts a lot of people without first getting feedback or trying to think the problem all the way through to better accommodate people on our team. I mean, it's more than just me. That's the thing you got to remember. Right now, all you see is me, but it's not just me, man. I would be nobody without the people who are around me virtually. And if I was not in touch with them digitally on an ongoing basis, I would feel even more lonely in this home office than I do. Travel social networking with IMGuest. Have you ever couch surfed? I kind of did that when I was in college, although that's not what we called it. I would meet people online using a BBS known as ISKA. Anybody else remember ISKA? I was the Locker Gnome on that BBS. It was fun. I'd meet people who were all over the Midwest and find out, what was happening in their neck of the woods, possibly their campus, since I networked a lot with other college students primarily, and would travel throughout not the entire Midwest region, but I would travel to other places and meet new people in real life and would end up crashing with them and having some, I would say, interesting experiences, to say the least. But now, with services like IMGuest, it's easier to travel and meet people. Some people want to meet people when they travel. Other people just want to keep to themselves. I mean, and it's not that you have to be one or the other. I think you could accommodate both in your life, theoretically, if you like to travel. Do you like to travel? Surface to arrive with Windows 8 on 10/26, says Microsoft. Yet we have no pricing. We still don't know how much it's going to cost. I mean, it could cost a pretty penny. More than a pretty penny. I hope it's competitive. I hope. The basic Windows Surface RT tablet for Microsoft, or whatever they're calling it. I don't know. They have like 14 words in the title of the product. I hope it's priced starting at $500. I don't think it's going to be priced lower than that. It might shock us all, but that's where it has to start. $500 and go up from there. Why? Well, that's how much it costs to get a new iPad. Of course, you can get last generation iPad for $400, and that's no slouch. New Mac ads landing with a serious thud. They debuted these videos at the Olympics, and if you haven't seen the ads, you don't have to turn on the television if you use television services these days. The link we've put in the video's description, apple.com/mac. I just clicked the link. So it's interesting because they set the stage to highlight the geniuses at Apple, specifically at the Apple Store. And that's what stood out to me. I mean, I watched the ads and it was just kind of baffling. Can I use that? Baffling? Can I say that? I'm asking the invisible producer on the other side of the camera there. They were okay. They definitely weren't great ads, but I think what Apple was trying to demonstrate was that you can talk to a human being who, if you speak English, speaks English, and you could do it at an Apple store, which you may be close to, depending on where you live, at least here in the United States. And that's a big deal. I think people, the more and more we are removed from the process of shopping and talking to stores clerks, when we need help, we want to talk to a human being. And I think that is what Apple was trying to convey with the way that they did the ads. But I don't know if the geniuses are necessarily inclined to help people the way that the genius helped people in that particular commercial. Bottom line is, I think they're trying to make consumers aware that, hey, you come to Apple, you're going to talk to a human being. And I think that's going to be a valuable decision in the long run. Facebook revamps photos with new mosaic view and simpler UI. Yeah, check it out. New way to look at the photos on Facebook. It's really slow news day. Oh, no, the news day gets slower. Google replaces Gmail video chats with Google Plus Hangouts. Have you hung out on Google Plus yet? I was doing it from the beginning. It's fun to do, really, to meet people you don't know yet, or communicate with people you do happen to know. I'm glad to see that Google's unifying their story instead of confusing people. Why would you use this chat when you could use that chat in the Google universe of software? Google Plus isn't going away. It's that social layer, the frosting atop the Google cake, if you will. Sprogsy10 on YouTube asks, Chromebook plus Nexus 7 plus Nexus phone, or new laptop with Windows 7? If I had a choice and the budget was the same, I would probably, be inclined to go with the Chromebook plus Nexus 7 plus Nexus phone, because each one of those screens is going to be suited for a different task. And, you may think you can do everything with Windows 7. In many cases, you can do a lot with a Windows 7 laptop. But I would say that, unless the things you could do can only be done on Windows 7, you may be just as well served by having 3 devices rather than just one. Carry this around in your pocket, carry the larger form tablet around the house, leave it on the coffee table, and then, of course, take the Chromebook with you, or use it to do other things that you can just only do on the web, because that's really what a Chromebook is good for. I have a question. I've been a mouse user all my life, says Emīls Ozols on YouTube. Can you be as precise with a trackpad as with a mouse? I always have trouble aiming at tiny buttons using a trackpad. I think it depends on the trackpad. I've been pretty happy with the Magic trackpad that Apple sells. It's really precise. I use it as a secondary input device, my primary input device being a mouse, or a Magic mouse. I was happy with the Mighty Mouse as well. I've been really happy with the glass trackpads on MacBooks as well. So I think it just depends on the trackpads you've been using. A lot of them out there kind of suck. So try a better quality trackpad, or even a better quality mouse. Why no 720p, Chris, says Samuel Taylor on YouTube. I enjoyed staring at your facial hair. Well, sorry about that, Samuel. Last week when we did the Geek Out, when I encoded it, apparently it was encoded in a lower resolution. I apologize. I hope today's resolution is as it should be. Normal? What is normal resolution? YouTube viewer Michael Breeze writes, since you upgraded your Retina MacBook Pro to Mountain Lion, has the scroll lag gone away? Not really. It did kind of, but no. Apple hasn't either optimized the Retina MacBook display performance, specifically within Mountain Lion yet. Maybe they've done as much as they can. And the bottom line is that video card is pushing a lot of pixels. And even in changing the screen resolution, it doesn't seem any better. I think that they're likely going to continue to release patches, but I don't think the issue is going to be addressed until new video cards and faster CPUs are available for the MacBook line. And we'll see you later.